every child in our home, be it a boy or a girl, needs basic education. They need to know how to read and write, whether girl or boy. Let's put down this societal stereotype that a particular gender should be educated and the other one should not be. No. Both gender should be well taken care of, well educated, know between their rights and their wrongs. So also when it comes to the teaching of sex education, as part of growing education that helps them to understand the changes that goes on in their body, a boy should not be secluded. There should not be that kind of exclusion of the boy child. No. The society makes us to believe that the girl should be at the spotlight and at the focal point. So most times you see education for the girl child, promotion for the girl child, okay? Different activity for the girl child, creating awareness for different things for the girl child. Where are the boys? Where are the boys? Where are you putting them? Is it that they don't need this kind of education? Or is it that you think that they've known it? Or that they should not be accountable or held accountable for their actions? Now let me ask, it takes two to make pregnancy. It takes two persons to make a pregnancy. That means it takes these two persons to understand what happens at reproduction, what happens at puberty, what boundary is, what consent is, what risky behavior is. So both genders should understand what and what is unacceptable. Let us leave this societal stereotype that the boys should be left alone. The girl is the focal point because she's the one that gets pregnant. Excuse you? So who fathers the child? Yesterday we looked at some instances why the girl child is at the focal point. But conclusively, I said that the boys should be included in teaching sex education. So if you have boys out there, please teach them comprehensive sex education. That way, they will be able to understand what boundary setting is, what consent is, what risky behavior is. That will shape their life for something better. It will help them to make good decisions that will make them better individuals tomorrow. So if the girls are put at the spotlight and the boys are left at the background, they come up with different behaviors that you cannot put up together. You cannot mend. So let this education be an education for both gender that will mold them for betterment of their life. A number of reasons is there why the boys should be taught sex education. Like I said, to make a pregnancy, the two should be taught. The two need to understand boundaries, consent, and healthy relationship so that things are done properly. The two have to understand what abuse is and what sexual harassment is, so that the discussion will not go to one side. It will not be a one-sided discussion that just the girls understand what all of this means and the boys are left on or without knowing, ignorantly behaving the way they are behaving. Because when you don't know something, you behave ignorantly and you act at default. We don't want the boys to act at default. We want them to act as knowledgeable people who have been taught. So parents, caregivers, adults in the life of these young boys, make sure you give them the right education. And even when you give the girl child sex education, make sure the boy is part of it. In our home, we leave most of the chores for the girls, and we think that the boys should not be accountable. No, it should not be like that. Life skills should be taught to both genders, most especially when it concerns home chores, when it concerns formal education, and when it concerns sex education. Let both gender be involved. Reduction of STDs and STIs is not just for one gender. A girl can contract sexually transmitted disease. Same with a boy. So when you concentrate on the girl, what about the boy? What if he contracts such diseases? So both genders should be taught sexual health. Should be aware of different sexually transmitted diseases. They should be aware of contraceptive usage. That is what a comprehensive sex education entails. We don't want to leave the boys behind. Carry them along. So if you need materials that will help you to teach your boys sex education, we'll have you covered. If you are a single mother or you are a woman that is taking care of a boy child and the discussion is looking awkward, we have materials that can help you make it look lighter for you. We have played out scenarios. We have books on puberty. We have books on boundary setting. And we have books on consent. So you can let us know which of them you want for your boys. And you as a parent, follow us. We have course for parents that can help them to initiate this kind of discussion with their boys without feeling the awkwardness that comes with such discussion. And we used to say that it is good to start early. When you start early, the discussion becomes a flowing discussion. There is not going to be awkwardness in such discussion. Both of them need to understand that they are responsible behaviors that is required from both genders. So, whether a boy or a girl, teach them responsible choices. Let them make choices that in the long run, they will be able to make better decisions that will better their life. Let it not just be one-sided, that the boys can take care of themselves. Let's stop putting a heavy load on the boys and said they can take care of the boy themselves. No. Most times we see people mourn and cry. You said you are a boy, don't cry. You see that philosophy? It is wrong. So please don't put heavy load on the boys. You see, we think it's just girls that are sexually harassed or abused. A lot of boys are being shut out there, being silent, being abused by either people of the same gender of the other or the other gender. That's why most times when they are abused in marriages, they don't speak up. They tend to swallow it. And when they speak up, it looks awkward. They should learn from infancy that it is normal for a boy to talk, for a boy to stand his ground, and for a boy to learn responsible behavior and good choices in life. It's not only the girl child that is to be taught that early marriage is not going to empower her. The boys should always know that they should act wisely, make good boundaries, make good choices, have real life skills that can help them to prepare for marriage before they enter marriage, so that they don't become fathers prematurely and things go sour and wrong. So let's try as much as possible to help our boys. Let's break this societal stereotype, this cultural belief system that the boys should not be held accountable for their action when it comes to sexuality. Both genders should be held accountable. And a girl's child should not be put at hold because she's the one that carried the pregnancy. Both of them should be taught so that it will be a progressive thing. They will understand their body, the changes that happens in their body, make informed decisions, make good choices, and that enables them for a better life ahead, a better decision. Okay? Teach the boy child that no is a statement. It's not only the girls that have to know that setting boundaries is important. The boys should equally set boundaries. Okay? So let's teach our boys to be responsible boys, good boys that will make good decisions. We have materials for both gender, so you can slide into our DM and tell us which of them you want. And we have age-appropriate information for toddlers, for preteen, and for teenagers. We equally have courses for parents that will help them to bring up these topics, teach these courses effectively, break down the topics. We have curriculum that will help you to know what you can discuss with your teenagers, with your preteen, with your toddlers, be it a parent, be it a guardian, be it an adult in the life of these young ones. So please prepare them for life ahead. Sex education is an important subject, an important course in their life. So don't take it for granted. Don't take it lightly. We want them to grow for the good. So please provide this information for the children.